All right, Paris, Las Vegas. This is a Caesars property. I just stayed at Caesars for the very first time, just recently, and I went gaga over it. I fell in love. I had to come back to Vegas and check out another one of their places. This is Paris, Las Vegas, their French Parisian themed hotel. Let's check it out. This is Coolist Luxury Hotels, Paris, Las Vegas. Okay, inside the room here at Paris, Las Vegas, my first time staying here. I want to do an initial, just quick room rundown. I'm probably going to make an extended room tour in a separate video. So if you want to know more about this Le Mans suite in depth, go ahead and check out that video. Again, I'm going to give a quick initial overview right now, and I'll probably get into the room specifics a little bit more as this video continues. As you walk right in, you have a picture of the Paris Adirondacks. Gives that Parisian feel, very French. I like that. And then the room opens up into a rather nice, white and bright, refreshed, rejuvenated room. And I like it. It just seems clean. It seems vibrant. But I was a little disappointed because I was like, well, this is the room. But then I realized that the bathroom is buried behind this hallway corridor, and it's probably the best part of this room. And I'll get to that in a second. Again, quickly, TV, a little small, 2 high back chairs right there. That bed looks really comfortable. I'm gonna go right on that thing as soon as this video is over. I need a nap. We're gonna jump on that in a second and see just how good it is. There is a desk over there, a wet bar here if you wanna do some entertaining. And then as we move on into the hallway here, there is that amazing bathroom. We'll check out that in a second. Looks like you have a makeup chair right here, but not a lot of light back here, so maybe not the best place to do some makeup. And a really large closet to store your stuff. I like a closet in my Vegas hotel rooms, especially a large one. Just keeps the place more organized. Moving on into the master bathroom, and a master bathroom it is. Full-length mirror right there, split vanity, shower, whirlpool tub, which is really cool. Looks like we are using Jose Hebert products. I'll go ahead and report back on these. These look very French and very cool. I've never used those before, so I'm looking forward to that. And to finish up, we have a rather large toilet bathroom area. So there's a bidet, very classy, and then a toilet, a little bit of artwork as well. So that is it for the high points of this room. The last thing I need to do is check out this bed. Let's do that real quick. Let me give this a nice flop. Yeah, firm with a bit of softness. This is like my perfect setup. I'm really looking forward to this. So yeah, my first time at Paris. I'm thirsty and I'm hungry and I'm really excited to see this property. The only question is, where do I start? Boom, good morning. Breakfast is here, or at least breakfast was here. This is the ham and Swiss croissant. This is the bacon and cheddar croissant. This came from a little French bakery downstairs right next to the guest elevator. It's called Cafe Bella Madeleine. Really convenient location. I wish the food was as great as its convenience. The croissants were just average. However, I did find one standout. It was this raisin custard cinnamon roll. Really never seen a custard cinnamon roll before, and it was delectable. For $5, do yourself a favor, go get one. Normally when I wake up after the first day and first full night, I wake up on my second day, I have a pretty good idea of how I'm going to feel about the property. Things can change, they do change, but I have a pretty good inkling about how my thesis is going to go. And I woke up today and I woke up completely ambivalent, like 50-50. The jury is still out on this place. There were some goods, there were some bads. I'll talk about some of those later in the video, but I did find some points in this room I want to tell you about really quickly. So the bed last night was amazing, as I speculated. However, the pillows were brutal. What is the point of an amazing bed if you're going to have a terrible pillow? For those of you that need your pillow life, this probably isn't the joint for you. On a positive note, these Jose Eber products, the shampoo and conditioner, are amazing. Shampoo and conditioner, as you ladies know, is what makes your hair look amazing. It's not just the product, but it's about the setup. And these are some of the best I've ever had in Vegas. I snapped a picture of these and I'm gonna order some, or at least try to, as soon as I get home. Just 2 points, they're a little negative. I was laying in bed last night without a robe because there isn't one. I got out of the bath, which was amazing. It's one of the best bathtubs I've ever been in Vegas. I feel like I say that a lot, but it really is. It's huge, it has awesome jets, it filled up quickly, it was really a great experience, but no robe. Like, where's the robe at? Especially like in a Parisian 4.5 star hotel. So that was a bit disappointing. And also the walls are super thin. Today is the first day the pool opened here at Paris. I think like literally they opened their pool for the first time today. I want to go check that out. It is 68 degrees, which is pretty Arctic from a Vegas perspective, so I probably won't spend a lot of time out there, but I do want to try to go get that footage for you guys. Also, I need to work off my dinner last night. I'll talk about that dinner later in the video. It was a little gluttonous. It was Italian. I don't eat Italian a lot, so I need to go to the gym today. I want to get some video of that. And to finish up the evening, of course, I'm going to punctuate it with an amazing dinner. There are a couple great choices. I'm going to weigh them back and forth today. I'm going to think about it and make my decision later tonight. Okay, evening number 2. I'm really excited about where I'm going to dinner tonight, and I still need to talk about dinner from last night. But before I do that, I very quickly want to talk about the pool and the gym from earlier today. I have the same thought on both. They're small. Now, it's okay about the gym. It's okay that the gym was small because nobody was in there. So, small population, small gym, that's okay. Now, the pool, on the other hand, is going to have some issues because, like I said earlier, summer season is on the horizon. Pool season has officially started. There weren't a lot of people at the pool today, but this small footprint couldn't manage more than like 100 people, maybe a couple hundred, if you're okay just sitting like on the concrete. There's 2 things. You better really like being elbow to elbow with people because this thing would get overly crowded in the summer, or you better be accustomed to getting to the pool early because that would be the only time to get a spot. All right, day 3 is my last full day here at Paris, and I need to do a restaurant update before it gets too late in this video. So I ate at 2 amazing restaurants, purportedly, thus far. I ate at Martiromos and I ate at Gordon Ramsay. I had to do Martiromos on the first night because currently it's only open on weekends. So I had to go on Sunday night, my first night here, and listen to the hype on this restaurant. World famous meatball with gravy and ricotta cheese. It also says, watch out for celebrities dining next to you. The scene is perfectly in sync with classic Vegas and old school films such as Casino. As the night gets later, music segues into a party mix of classic R&B, disco slow jams, and classic rock. Try the cocktails with a scoop of water, aka Philly Ice. And so that's a lot of hype. You know, apparently this Martiromos guy, he's a no-nonsense, tough brute from South Philly, and he has a staple restaurant in Fort Lauderdale, and that was so successful, he was able to parlay that into a restaurant venue here at Paris. And when I walked up to this place, I'm like, wow, this is the coolest Italian restaurant I've ever seen in Vegas. Now, Scarpetta at Cosmo is ultra cool as well, but aesthetically and from an ambiance and decor perspective, this one is definitely better than Scarpetta. So aesthetically, I'm like, wow, this place is amazing. There's a ton of hype about it. And I'll tell you right now, it's all show and no go. I ordered the handmade mozzarella, and they made a big deal about it, how it was handmade and fresh, and it was good, but it wasn't mind-blowing. And then I tried their world-famous spaghetti and meatballs. Apparently you can't make any substitutions. It comes out the way it is, just like at a traditional formal Italian restaurant, and it was bland. It said world-famous Sunday gravy, and it was just bland. It was average. And then last night I went to Gordon Ramsay Steak. It's their preeminent restaurant here on site. The Eiffel Tower is probably their most famous and best dining experience, but that's such like a niche, novel experience. It really isn't accessible to like the everyday crowd, but Gordon Ramsay Steak is an ultra high-end, ultra lavish place, but you can walk into it or get a reservation pretty easily. Aesthetics were amazing, just as good as the ones at Martiromos, if not better. It was a multi-tiered setup, really cool lights. They had a lot of British insignia infused into the overall atmosphere, reds and blues, and just really cool decor. It was an awesome place to grab a drink. Had an open kitchen. The bar was really, really neat. There was a tunnel entrance. It was just everything aesthetically. So on this one, I was really hoping that the food delivered because it didn't the night before, and it certainly did. The 2 main standouts were the smoked steak tartare. I know I order steak tartare a lot, but it comes out differently at every single restaurant. And of all the times I've ordered this dish over the last decade, and even on this channel, I've never seen it smoked before, and it was just marvelous. The pork belly was really good too. If you're on site and you're looking for a steak, or you're just looking for an upscale, indulgent experience, you definitely have to check out Gordon Ramsay. The place is a definite. All right, so it's my last full day here at Paris. Here's what I want to do. I need to find a restaurant tonight. There's a French restaurant. Of course, we're at Paris, so I want to check that out. I want to get what is called the best Bloody Mary in Vegas. It's here at Hex. I've had it before. It's called Colossal, and it is indeed a monstrosity. I tried to go to Alexa Bar last night. The hours were abbreviated, and there is a really cool drink I want to check out, so I want to put that on my list. And I might do something special. I might do something I've never done before in a Vegas video. All right, it's my last morning at Paris. I need to get out of here. I need to get to the next hotel. I started my day with a decaf skinny vanilla latte from Cafe Americano. I went to Cafe Americano yesterday. That's how I knew to go back there today. It is much better than Cafe Bella Madeleine. They're right across from each other, so if you're walking out of the elevators, you see both. take a right and go to Cafe Americano. Speaking of yesterday, I did something that I rarely do. I gamble. Rarely gamble, don't do it anymore. Used to at a different time in a different life, but it's not really for me anymore. However, I do indulge once in a while. And when I do play, I like to play high stakes slots. I just like to sit back. It's kind of like a video game. I don't expect to win any money. And I walk by the high stakes slots here, and they're not called high stakes slots at Paris Hotel. They're called champagne slots. And I walk past the champagne slot room. I look for a slot machine that spoke to me, and it did. It spoke to me, and it took my 50 bucks within like 2 minutes. That's why I don't gamble. After I did that, I went over to Hex and Alexa Bar. I ordered the Colossal Bloody Mary. This Bloody Mary is regarded as the best Bloody Mary in Vegas. Just Google best Bloody Mary in Vegas. Look at the articles that come up and look how many placed this one at #1, or at least put it in every single article. I had this Bloody Mary a couple years ago, and the way I remembered it was not the way I had it this time. This time it was bland, it was funky, it was off, just was brutal. Wasn't that good at all. It's an experienced Bloody Mary. It's colossal in size. It's $45 with tons of fixings. I think it had like 6 slices of bacon, a crab leg, a bunch of shrimp. If you want to get a meal as a drink or do them both in the same, I would recommend getting it, but it's only going to appeal to you if you have really flexible taste in your Bloody Mary. If you are a connoisseur or a Bloody Mary aficionado, you're going to be disappointed, and I advise you to go elsewhere. I had every intention of going to the French restaurant on site here, but after the Colossal Bloody Mary and another drink, I was just filled with a liquid diet, so that didn't happen. And frankly, I wasn't looking forward to going to it anyway, because it just looked a little too classical and a little too traditional for me. On my last night here, I was looking for something that would be probably a bit more comfortable. Okay, thoughts on the room. For a 4.5 star hotel that was priced very economically, I think it was an overperform. I think it gave me more than what I paid, so that was nice. The highlight of the room was certainly the bathtub. The bed was honorable mention. I'm still a little upset that they chinched out on the pillows, but the pillows did grow on me just a little bit as my trip here prolonged. 5 things stood out about this property: location, value, balance, intimacy, and theme. Location, Center Strip, right across from Bellagio, perfect walking distance from anywhere you want to go. You can go down to Wynn and Encore, you can go up to City Center. Both are just an easy casual stroll. Number 2 is value. I talked about it earlier. I think this is a tremendous value. What you get for what you pay. It's an excellent place to stay. It's a fantastic 4.5 star hotel. Number 3, balance. This is really well balanced. There's a nightclub, there's a pool. It has an experience attraction, which is the Eiffel Tower. There are great restaurants. There's a lot of places to drink. There's a little shopping. It's easily walkable. It's just a very well-balanced hotel, much like its parent property, Caesars. 4, intimacy. It's self-explanatory. It's a cozier kind of boutique-esque hotel. It's hard calling a hotel of this scale and size boutique, but compared to some of the other mammoth properties here on the Strip, it does have an intimate boutique-y type vibe. Okay, theme is number 5, and it is the antithetical theme hotel. What do I mean by that? Well, how many Italian or Greco-Roman hotels are there? You have Palazzo, Venetian, Bellagio, and Caesar's Palace, but how many French ones are there? Just this one. So if you're looking for that European themed hotel, but you're sick of doing the Italian ones, come over here. They do the French theme very well. You know, there's the Arc de Triomphe, there is the Eiffel Tower. The suites are named after French terms, like I'm in a Le Mans suite. The club is called Chateau. The high stakes slots are called the Champagne slots. It's just a very fantastic themed hotel. Okay, I'm gonna finish up with a couple cons and then give my overall rating. Some cons: it was small, the pool was small, the gym is small, the casino is small. Because of that, it's claustrophobic. The ceilings are really low. During really busy hours, it is kind of uncomfortable because there's just so many people in this hotel. And I talked about this earlier, the thin walls. I got no problem hearing my neighbors in Vegas. That's part of the Vegas experience. However, I don't want to hear their FaceTime calls, and I don't want to hear their extracurricular activities. I heard both and more over the course of this trip. Okay, my overall final rating of the hotel, I was back and forth between a 1 and a 2, a pass or a satisfied. Overall, I decided to give it a 2. I am satisfied. It has a tremendous amount of value. I love the location. I think the restaurants are as good as some in any 5-star hotels. And overall, I thought the theme was well executed and the hotel was well balanced. Much of the same characteristics that I attributed to Caesars you're gonna find in this hotel. If I did have to choose one or the other, I would certainly choose the marquee property Caesars. However, if you're looking for a change of pace and you want to stay in the Caesars ecosystem, or maybe just check out another Caesars hotel, Paris may be the choice for you. That's it. I need to get out of here. I'm on to the next one, and I will see you in that video.